Oh, oh, oh. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night from wherever you are. Right now it's afternoon for me in sunny Saudi Arabia. I'm living that Saudi Arabian life right now. It's rather warm. I think it's like 43 degrees, 44 degrees, and that. Let me show you a little look as. Let me give you a little look as. This is what I'm seeing. You know, I don't even know what a cloud is. Like I haven't seen a cloud in weeks. Don't even know what a cloud is. But yeah. Like, is there any way to not have this camera so far into my face? Like I feel like it's just the camera's just in my mouth. So I guess that's the best. Is that the best I can do? Okay, what's the best I can do? Literally, I can taste my camera. That's not what I want. Anyway, something just came to my mind, and I was just thinking to myself, like, there was times in my life when I was like 22 stone where I would have done anything to achieve the look and the body that I wanted. And I would have done anything. It wasn't even about health no more. Like it got past the point of actually being healthy. Like I didn't even give a shit. Like I just wanted to look a particular way. That's all I wanted. I wanted to look a particular way. There must be a way to adjust this, because this is ridiculous. Yeah, I just wanted to look a particular way. I just wanted to fit in, because the way that I looked, I just didn't feel like I was accepted. I didn't feel like I was accepted, and to a degree, I wouldn't say accepted. I feel like sometimes I was left out of certain things, but for my own good, because I would like to say I had good friends growing up, and I'm still friends with them to this day. They're like not even friends; they're like brothers to me. Because at the end of the day, like just because you're not blood related, it doesn't mean you're not closer to these people as if you was. Like I literally raised with these people. I've known these people since I was 11. So yeah, so anyway, I would say that I had a good friendship group, and a lot of the times to protect me from me and how I would think and feel about certain things, I wasn't invited to certain places. It's not like they left me out. They left me out because they know that when I've been there with them before, how it made me feel, and I respect and rate them for that. They was protecting me. Sometimes you gotta protect people from themselves. But anyway, back on topic. It I would have done anything to get the desired look and the body that I wanted, because I just felt like I was different. And there's a lot of good differences, and there's a lot of differences that kind of make you feel alienated, and that's how I felt. And also yeah, I just didn't feel good. So I would have done anything. And even if I would have been told, you do realize if you do this, Rick, you know there could be another effect which could affect you later, I probably would have still did it. you know like, and that's how crazy it is. Like, we want to fit in so bad that we will do a lot of dangerous, silly stuff, but it's out of desperation. And trust me, I get it. I've been there. I get it. When you're so desperate for something that you will probably do anything. And that's quite a dangerous way and a dangerous mindset to have. So, you know, all weight loss isn't necessarily good weight loss. And I'm up for anyone doing anything that's going to make them happy or make them feel good, as long as they're not harming anybody else. I've said that about everything. There's many different things, whether it comes to, hobbies and religion and politics. As long as it's not hurting anyone and it's making you happy, then you know what? Who the hell am I to stand in the way of it? So that's like on the other side. But what I'm kind of getting at, what I'm trying to get at is, if a tree doesn't look well, right? If a tree looks unhealthy, if you really want to help the tree or solve the problems or the reason why its health, is plummeting, right, or it's not doing great, right, you would address the roots. You would address the roots. You won't address the health of a tree, right, with the leaves and the fruits. You address the roots. And a lot of these different weight loss methods, you're not getting to the root of the problem. And there's so many different routes, so many different routes. Now, my route has always been mental and emotional. And the mental sets off my emotions, which triggers other responses, which leads to either weight gain or it stops me from being able to lose weight. And, but there's many different issues with the root, so my personal one, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'll share this with you. Whenever I'm feeling, financially binded, that's where I'm most affected. Most other things, I can handle. And there's two things that's in my life that's affected me and affected my mental, which put me in a position to gain weight or not lose weight, was relationship problems, bad relationships, and financial. And that could be common for a lot of people. But then, those, so yeah, it's just one of those things. So when I'm not doing well, because sometimes it takes me a little while to wake up, it's like, okay, my mindset or my eating habits have slightly changed. What's the reason? What's the root? Okay, that's the root. Fix the root. Okay, cool. The fruits are good again. But that's me. Now, everyone's gonna have different, things to address when it comes down to the root of the problem. But just, shaving the bark and, picking only the good fruits, that's not going to help. You need to get to the root of the problem. And again, I'm not even going to specify the different methods that people are resorting to achieve their goals, but because there's so many. But what I will say is that if you haven't addressed the root of the problem, in not all cases, but there's a high chance that you're going to bounce back. And to kind of stop, because some people, they lose the weight by whatever method they've chosen to lose the weight, and then because of that, and they're feeling good, it kind of creates now good positive habits, and also they feel better about themselves. And when I lost, because I've been overweight 2.5 times. The first time I lost weight, then I gained all the weight back on, and then I lost weight again, and then I gained like half of it back on, and then now I'm kind of I'm idling between like a good deal of muscle mass and there's somebody fat. As I said in one of my other videos, I'm happy and content with where I'm at now. People look at me and they'll be like, okay, he obviously works out, he's obviously in some sort of shape, but at the same time they see, okay, he probably could, depending on what his goal is, and they don't know my goal and that, I don't really, whatever. They could probably say, okay, he could probably drop a bit of body fat and that, but but that's me personally. So I'm not going to address all of the different methods, but what I will say is you just don't want to put yourself in a position where you've done all of this using this, whatever method you chose to use, and then you bounce back, because that's going to cause other, I would say, social issues, other social problems. Because when I regained the weight the first time, I didn't want to go outside because of the simple fact that when people saw me for the first time, after the last time they saw me, I was in shape, which is deemed socially acceptable. Like, who makes the rules of the social acceptance of someone's waistline? I don't understand, but anyway, whatever, right? Like, I didn't feel right. seeing people. I wanted to hide from people, and I did hide from people. I wouldn't really socialize the way I felt. The way I wanted to socialize. I hid from family members. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna be looking at you like, what the hell happened? And there's nothing worse than the what the hell happened, And so again, I bloody get it. I get it, you know. But if you can, if you can, you know, kind of be honest with yourself and try to dive into the roots of the problem. It's not even on me here. It's not even on me here. Small head problems. Try to dive into the reasons why. The roots. The roots, man. It's all about the roots. And when I did lose weight, because I did lose weight, and I had a lot of very good habits, and but the funny thing is, I wasn't even happy. I thought, because I didn't do the internal work, right? Because I didn't do the internal work when I lost weight the first time. I did like the compliments because it was refreshing, but at the same time I didn't like the compliments because I wasn't used to it. So the compliments made me uncomfortable, but I did like the compliments because it was like a breath of fresh air. It was different, right? But deep down, I wasn't even happy. I wasn't even happy because I didn't do the work within myself. It's like no matter what, I didn't even learn to love myself at any stage of my life like I do now. I didn't accept myself at any stage of my life like I do now. So it's like now I just feel like regardless of how I look, I'm still gonna have a certain level of self-love, and I think that was one of my biggest problems. I don't want to say, are you taught to love yourself or do you learn to love yourself? Chicken and the egg, chicken and the egg. But I don't know, I learned to love myself. Because at the end of the day, you can be taught something, but if you don't know how to apply it, that's something different. So I don't know, you have to learn to apply the self-love, you have to learn to apply it. So again, it's probably very individual because people learn in different ways, and yeah, I don't know. And literally one day I just started to love myself and be content. And when I'm clear-minded and when I'm feeling positive, that's kind of when things go the way that I want. And not only in how I look, just in life, just in life, things go the way I want when I'm well in mind, when I'm well in mind. And I don't know what you believe in, what you subscribe to, and again, whatever you believe in and whatever you subscribe to, more power to you, because as long as it makes you a better person and it takes you from the realms of surviving to thriving, I'm happy for you. I tilt my hat. But it's like the universe opens itself up to me when I'm in a positive, pure mindset and I'm not being contaminated. Hence the reason why I protect myself in certain ways. I don't watch the news. I try to stay away from people with bad energy. So just little things like that. I love myself enough to not allow things to contaminate me. And there's sometimes, in certain situations you can't really avoid it, and I get it. There's certain situations where you can't avoid it, like, if you're sitting next to Debbie or David at work and they're just negative, and it's like, okay, cool, when I have to weather this storm, you have to get your negative proof umbrella and just hold it up and just hope that it's strong that day. Yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, you guys must be surprised I ain't got no dunks with me. And you guys must be surprised. This is the first live with no dunks or any type of caffeine. But I've been caffeinated though. I want you to know that, don't worry, your boy Ricky's been caffeinated. So, I'm not talking to you uncaffeinated. I'm just like topped up with caffeinated, and I've even been oated. I've been oated as well, so I'm feeling good. Today's a work day for me. And so I'll be heading to work soon. and that. But yeah, I just wanted to come out here and just not only catch some vitamin D for me, but also just come out and share what I was thinking and some of my thought processes. And I hope that some sugar nearly lost you there. And I hope that someone will hear this and it will resonate with them, or it will kind of give them some clarity to how they're potentially feeling. And it's basically just my advice, or what I did, is I just learned to figure out what the root of the problems are. And it took me a long time, and you have to kind of be so self-aware and so switched on, so self-aware, because if you have habits and you're finding yourself breaking those habits and you're doing things, it's like, oh, why why am I doing that? Okay, this happened, okay, I didn't like that, cool, let's fix it, let's solve the problem. But let's say if you haven't, but then let's say on the other half, let's say if your life, or the way that you've kind of been living life, is not conducive with your goals or how you feel or what you would like to achieve, right? Then easy, slowly, try to implement more positive habits that will power up a positive mindset, because they do say in war, you go for the head and the body will fall. So in anything you want to achieve in life, it starts with here. It's first conceived here, you believe here, and then you act it out from here. From here. So if you want to achieve something, or you want to do something, try to power up your brain first, positive. And another thing is probably, your environment could be contradictive, and your social circle could be contradictive. So, and I'm not saying just sack your environment and just stop going to, you can't sack your environment. I'm not saying sack your friends and stop going to the places that you go to. For one reason or another, you must go there because you enjoy it or you like it. I hope you're not forced to go, because that's something completely different. But if you was to kind of just associate or socialize or go to places where there's someone that's probably in the same boat as you, or probably been in the same boat as you, so at least you can fight the fight together with someone, because we all need support. And I was one of them people that did a lot of the stuff by myself. I definitely did. My introduction to the gym wasn't by myself. One of my good friends took me there, but after that, I've done, like, whenever I've kind of not been great in well in mind, I healed myself in solitude, and I got a great network. I got I'm blessed enough to have a lot of people that even when I'm not talking to people, they will ring me, they will text me, they will voice note me, they will Skype me, they will WhatsApp me, they will text me, they will Instagram me, they will Twitter me, they will harass me. Do you know what I mean? And I feel very fortunate and blessed to have people like that in my life. But if you don't, then sometimes, like, you might need to go and seek them out. There's so many different forums and places and environments. But yeah, listen, I'm gonna leave it there. If you need any help, guys, get in the comments. I respond to comments, and I don't get many comments to respond to, but yeah, I respond to comments. And yeah, I hope you're having a good day. Signing off from sunny Saudi Arabia, and yeah, catch you on the next one.